These darts scandals changed everything.
No!
Darts is about precision, but sometimes the biggest impact isn't from a dart, it's from controversy. Cheating, fines and rivalries have rocked the sport more than any 180 ever could. These are the dart scandals that changed everything. Phil Taylor's controversial finish. In 2013 at the Gibraltar Darts Trophy, Phil Taylor faced Dean Winstanley. What should have been a routine checkout turned into one of the most talked about finishes in recent memory. Taylor had 68 left. His first dart landed in the single 5. The second hit treble 13, leaving double 12. The final dart seemed to miss. Cameras suggested it landed outside the wire, but the referee called game shot. Taylor didn't react. He walked back calmly.
Now looking at double
Game
12.
shot and the flag. Phil Taylor. The flag. Phil to
It didn't look in at
first.
first,
It
did
really
it?
didn't, I have to say. I thought Russ had called that wrong, but
The broadcast replay added fuel. Fans, players and pundits debated whether the dart had hit. Some called for a review system. Others defended the referee's call. The PDC didn't reverse the decision, but it raised real questions about officiating standards and whether darts should adopt technology like other sports. Was it a missed call, or did Taylor benefit from his reputation? Either way, the controversy stuck. It's still cited in debates about sportsmanship, pressure and fairness in professional darts. Gerwyn Price's record fine. In 2019, Gerwyn Price beat Gary Anderson in the Grand Slam of Darts final. But his victory was overshadowed by his behaviour. Price's aggressive celebrations, chest bumping and verbal outbursts were constant throughout the match.
It's just a buckle.
Now he did overstep the mark because he's got it.
Anderson looked visibly annoyed. At one point, he even stopped mid-leg to confront Price. After the final, the Darts Regulation Authority launched an investigation. Price received a $21,500 fine, the largest in darts history at the time, and a suspended 3-month ban. He appealed the punishment. Supporters said his passion was misunderstood. Critics felt he crossed the line. The DRA upheld their decision, sending a message: professional conduct matters. The match itself became secondary. What fans and the media discussed was the clash of personalities and the future image of the sport. Since then, players have had to balance passion with professionalism. Kyle McKinstry's match-fixing ban. During the 2020 pandemic, live darts paused. Online events like the Modus Icons of Darts gave players a platform, but not all used it honestly. Kyle McKinstry, a Northern Irish player, competed in the Icon series. Unusual betting patterns during his matches raised red flags. One particular game, where McKinstry lost in strange fashion, triggered a deeper probe. Investigators uncovered damning evidence. The Darts Regulation Authority handed McKinstry a 6-year ban.
16 for double. 4-1. Finishing's outstanding.
Basically, the best way to describe this is McKinstry.
It remains one of the longest bans issued in modern darts. Match fixing threatens the very core of competition. The message from the DRA was clear. Any involvement in corruption would be dealt with severely. McKinstry went from rising talent to cautionary tale almost overnight. Peter Manley's antics. In 2002, Peter Manley faced Phil Taylor in the PDC World Championship final. He lost convincingly, but what he did afterwards became the headline. Manley refused to shake Taylor's hand. The cameras caught it, the crowd booed, the commentary team was stunned.
For destiny! Destiny it is! With a whitewash! 7-0! Manley wouldn't shake his hand! Bad order!
It wasn't an isolated moment. Manley had a long-standing reputation as a disruptor. He slowed matches, he taunted opponents, he made gestures mid-match. Fans either loved him or couldn't stand him. He was nicknamed One Dart, but became known as the pantomime villain of darts, and he embraced it. The fallout from his behaviour forced the PDC to confront the limits of showmanship versus respect. The line between theatre and sportsmanship had to be drawn. The 1993 BDO split. This one didn't happen in a match, but it changed darts forever. In the early 90s, professional darts was in decline. Fewer televised events, shrinking prize pools, minimal sponsorship. In 1993, 16 top players broke away from the British Darts Organisation, led by Phil Taylor, Dennis Priestley, and others. They formed the World Darts Council, which would later become the PDC. The move caused chaos. The BDO banned the players. Legal battles followed. For years, darts had two rival circuits, dividing fans, players, and media. But the new PDC grew rapidly. Bigger prize money, new sponsors, more TV airtime. The split brought darts into the modern era. While controversial, it's widely credited with saving the sport. Some old-school fans never forgave the breakaway. Others see it as the rebirth of darts as a global sport. Laurent Siagan's risky checkout. At the 2020 PDC World Championship, Laurent Siagan tried something bold. With 120 left, instead of going the conventional route, like treble 20, 20 and double 20, he aimed for 3 double 20s. It was a risky, flashy route rarely seen at that level. He hit the first 2, the crowd buzzed, but he missed the 3rd. Christo Reyes, his opponent, responded with what looked like mockery, gesturing sarcastically toward Siagan's risky choice. Online, the moment exploded. Some viewers admired the ambition, others felt Siagan disrespected the basics. Reyes was also criticised for poor sportsmanship. The drama lingered well beyond the match. It was a reminder that darts isn't just skill, it's ego, tension and risk. Adrian Lewis's suspension. In 2018, during a UK Open qualifier, Adrian Lewis faced Jose Justicia. Near the end of the match, tensions boiled over. After a disputed leg, Lewis turned toward Justicia and physically pushed him.
Way. Whoa. Now then, this. Win it. And he is still not letting it go. And they're having to separate these two. Adrian Lewis has somehow won that match, but he's marred by some pretty ugly scenes that we do not want to see.
It wasn't a bump, it was an aggressive, intentional shove. Officials quickly intervened. Footage of the incident went viral. Fans were shocked. Lewis received a 3-month suspension from the Darts Regulation Authority. He apologised publicly, calling it a rush of blood and saying he felt provoked. The DRA acknowledged the emotional context but upheld the suspension. It was one of the rare times a top-level player crossed a physical line. It showed how seriously the sport takes on stage conduct, and it reminded viewers that even elite players can lose control under pressure. Darts is about precision, focus and nerve. But these scandals show it's also about pressure, pride, and sometimes poor decisions. Which moment shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more true stories from the world of darts.